Welcome to our video, Deconstructing the Success Myth. How to live well in a demanding world. In this non-stop world, where every second seems to demand more of us. Have you ever wondered if this endless race truly defines who we are? That's the myth we're going to deconstruct today. Do you feel like you're constantly struggling to meet unattainable expectations? You're not alone. This feeling of never being enough can be suffocating. But here's a liberating truth. Living well doesn't mean meeting these relentless demands. Today, we're going to explore together how you can break free from this exhausting cycle and rediscover what truly matters. We will show that it is possible to have a fulfilling and satisfying life by redefining success on your own terms. Be ready for a transformative journey that will not only touch on your pain, but also light up a new and hopeful path. Join us and start truly living. Hey everyone! Today, we're diving deep into a topic that touches all of us, especially in our hyper-connected, always-on world. It's about the relentless pressure to perform. Have you ever felt like you're constantly running on a treadmill, trying to keep up with everyone else's expectations? Well, you're not alone. First off, let's talk about the performance society we live in. It's a world where your value seems measured not by who you are, but by what you achieve. From the moment we wake up, our lives are filled with notifications, emails, and social media, all pushing us to do more, be more. Think about it. When was the last time you felt appreciated just for being yourself, not for something you did? But here's a kicker. While this drive can push us to achieve great things, it often comes with a heavy price: our mental and physical health. Studies show that this compulsion to excel at everything can lead to serious burnout. Ever felt like you're just out of steam, even when you're accomplishing your goals? That's your body telling you it's too much. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about external expectations. You know, the kind from friends, family, even society itself. It's like everyone has a say in how you should live your life. You should be doing this by now, they say. Or, why aren't you more like him or her? It's exhausting, isn't it? These expectations can make you feel like you're constantly falling short, no matter how hard you try. And here's something fascinating. Psychological research suggests that living up to an idealized version of oneself, which is often shaped by others' expectations, can lead to deep feelings of inadequacy. So, where does this all lead us? Well, it brings us to a crucial point about the need to find a balance and to redefine what success means to us personally. Not as society dictates, but what feels right for our own well-being and happiness. I invite you to think about what areas of your life might be governed more by external voices than your own. How does that make you feel? We'll explore next the importance of rest, not just physical but emotional and spiritual, and how stepping back can sometimes mean gaining more. We talked about the intense pressure to perform that so many of us feel day in and day out. But what's the antidote to this relentless push? It's something surprisingly simple, yet profoundly impactful: rest. Let's break this down into three key aspects: physical, emotional, and spiritual rest. Each one plays a vital role in our overall well-being, yet they're often overlooked in our busy lives. First up, physical rest. This isn't just about getting enough sleep. Though, let's be honest, who doesn't love a good night's sleep? It's also about giving our bodies a chance to recover from the daily grind. Did you know that according to health experts, adults need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to function at their best? Yet, so many of us burn the candle at both ends, sacrificing sleep for more screen time or to meet that looming deadline. But rest isn't just about sleeping. It's about making time for activities that physically rejuvenate us. Maybe it's yoga, a leisurely walk in the park, or just dancing to your favorite song in your living room. Moving on to emotional rest. This is where it gets interesting. Emotional rest means allowing ourselves to feel and express all emotions, not just the acceptable ones. It's about being honest about how we feel with ourselves and others, and not bottling things up until we explode. One way to achieve emotional rest is through activities that help us relax and de-stress. Maybe it's painting, writing in a journal, or playing music. What's important is finding what works for you and giving yourself permission to take a break from the daily stressors. Lastly, let's talk about spiritual rest. No matter what your beliefs are, finding a connection to something greater than ourselves can provide a profound sense of peace and purpose. For some, this might mean prayer or meditation. For others, it might be spending time in nature or helping out in the community. Engaging in these practices can help us center our thoughts, cope with life's challenges, and reconnect with our deepest values. It's about finding stillness in a world that never stops moving. Remember, rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. By incorporating physical, emotional, and spiritual rest into our lives, we don't just survive, we thrive. We'll explore now how trusting in a higher power can help alleviate the burden of our worldly troubles and guide us towards a more fulfilled life. If you found value in this topic and want to continue learning practical ways to live better amidst daily demands, don't forget to leave a like. It helps us bring more useful content like this to you. Hit that like button and join our community seeking a more fulfilling and meaningful life. We explored the transformative power of rest. We're going to shift our focus to something equally vital but often harder to grasp: trusting in God's provision. It's about believing that no matter the storm, there is someone watching over us, ensuring we have what we need to not just survive, but thrive. Let's unpack this in 3 parts: God's sovereignty, God's love, and God's provision. Each of these aspects reassures us that we are cared for on a level that transcends our earthly concerns. First, let's consider God's sovereignty. This concept tells us that God is in ultimate control of the universe. Nothing happens without His knowledge or permission, which can be a huge comfort when life seems chaotic. But what does that look like in practical terms? It means that every challenge we face, every unexpected twist in our path, is part of a larger plan, one that is ultimately for our good. It's fascinating, isn't it? How sometimes only in looking back do we see the threads of grace woven through our toughest times. Moving on to God's love. It's one thing to know that God is in control, but it's another to understand that His actions are driven by unconditional love. Whether you're on top of the world or feeling like you've hit rock bottom, God's love is constant and unchanging. It's not based on our successes or failures, but on His nature of boundless love. Imagine that, being loved so deeply and so completely without having to earn it. How might that change the way you face your daily struggles? Lastly, let's talk about God's provision. This isn't just about material needs, though those are certainly included. It's also about God providing for our spiritual and emotional needs. Ever felt peace in a stressful situation? That's God at work. Ever found the right words to say when comforting someone? That's God's provision too. God equips us with strength, wisdom, courage, and yes, even the material things we need to fulfill our purpose in this life. The key is to trust that what we need will be provided at the right time. I invite you to reflect on the areas of your life where you might struggle to trust in God's provision. What would it look like to truly let go and believe that you are held and provided for? As we explore the dangers of pride and self-reliance and learn how humility and surrender can lead to a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We're all in this journey together. We'll tackle some barriers that often prevent us from fully embracing that trust, pride, and self-reliance. These traits, while sometimes useful, can often lead us away from experiencing true peace and fulfillment. We'll break this down into 3 parts: the dangers of pride, the importance of humility, and surrendering to God's will. Each plays a crucial role in our spiritual and emotional journeys. First up, let's talk about the dangers of pride. Pride can be deceptive. It often starts as confidence, which is positive, but can quickly turn into arrogance if left unchecked. Arrogance then isolates us, not just from others, but from our own true needs and from those who might help meet them. Have you ever turned down help because you wanted to do it your way, or because you felt you had to prove you could handle it alone? Pride can blind us to our vulnerabilities and needs, leading us to make decisions that aren't in our best interest or in the best interest of those around us. Moving to a lighter note, let's consider the importance of humility. Humility doesn't mean thinking less of yourself. It means thinking of yourself less. It opens us to the support and love of others and makes room for God's influence in our lives. Humility allows us to see our own limitations and recognize when and how we need that divine help. By acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, we allow ourselves to grow and learn from others, including from the ultimate teacher, life itself. Lastly, let's talk about surrendering to God's will. This might sound like giving up control, but it's actually about gaining more peace, more clarity, and more assurance. Surrender is an act of trust. It says, I believe there is a bigger plan for me, and I'm ready to align with it, even if I don't fully understand it yet. Surrendering allows us to move from the driver's seat to the passengers, enjoying the ride and trusting that the route taken is the best one for us. We discussed overcoming pride and self-reliance, and now we're going to explore a powerful antidote to both gratitude. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's a transformative mindset that can shift how we perceive our lives and the world around us. Let's break this down into two parts: the benefits of gratitude and practicing gratitude. Both aspects are key to cultivating a life that feels richer and more fulfilling. First, let's talk about the benefits of gratitude. Did you know that gratitude can actually improve your physical health? Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude report fewer aches and pains and generally feel healthier than those who don't. And it doesn't stop there. Gratitude also enhances our mental health, reducing symptoms of depression and increasing happiness. But the benefits extend beyond just ourselves. Gratitude can make us better friends and partners too. It strengthens relationships by fostering a cycle of generosity and appreciation. When we express gratitude to others, they feel recognized and valued, which encourages them to engage in the relationship more positively. Now, how do we cultivate this powerful trait? Let's explore practicing gratitude. One effective method is maintaining a gratitude journal. By simply writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, you can start shifting your focus from what's missing in your life to appreciating what's present. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing it directly to others. Whether it's a thank you note, a kind word, or even a smile, these small acts of kindness can create ripples of positivity. And let's not forget about mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows us to appreciate our lives as they are, rather than how we think they should be. I challenge you to find 3 things to be grateful for right now. It could be as simple as a sunny day, a good cup of coffee, or having someone who cares about you. So, we're turning our attention to something just as impactful: the role of community. Whether it's friends, family, or larger networks, our relationships play a crucial role in shaping our experiences and our happiness. Let's break this down into 2 key aspects: the importance of community and building strong relationships. Each is essential for fostering a supportive environment where we can thrive. First, let's explore the importance of community. Humans are social creatures by nature. We're wired to connect with others. This connection goes beyond mere socializing. It's about feeling part of something larger than ourselves, which can significantly impact our mental health. In fact, studies show that people with strong social ties tend to live longer and have better health outcomes compared to those who lack such connections. Community provides more than just emotional support. It's also about practical help, shared knowledge, and mutual encouragement. It's a space where we can celebrate our victories and find comfort during challenges. Remember, resting isn't laziness. It's an essential part of a productive lifestyle. It allows our brains to process information, consolidate memories, and rejuvenate creativity. Lastly, learning to say no. This might be the hardest part for many of us. Saying no is often seen as negative, but it's actually about respecting your limits and valuing your time. It's about making the choices that best support your goals and your well-being. Saying no can be empowering. It means you're prioritizing your needs and clearing space for the things that truly matter. I encourage you to take a moment to evaluate your current routines. Are there areas where you can improve your boundaries, prioritize your rest, or practice saying no more often? Throughout this video, we've discussed various aspects of rest and balance, from the practicalities of daily life to the importance of community and spiritual peace. Concluding, we culminate our journey by exploring a profound topic, the promise of eternal rest. This concept is not just about the end of life, but about a promise that influences how we live our lives today. Let's explore this from two perspectives: the hope of heaven and living in hope. Each perspective offers us a way to understand the impact of this promise on our daily actions and long-term aspirations. First, let's talk about the hope of heaven. Many spiritual traditions promise a form of eternal rest, a peaceful existence free from pain, suffering, and the weariness of the earthly life. For many, this promise provides comfort and a sense of purpose. It reassures us that our struggles and efforts are not in vain, but are steps toward a greater peace. In Christianity, eternal rest refers to the state of eternal peace and communion with God that believers hope to enter after death. This concept is grounded in Christian eschatology, which studies the ultimate destiny of the soul. The New Testament often refers to this state as being in Christ, where there is no suffering, pain, or death. The idea of eternal rest is linked to the promise of heaven and is beautifully encapsulated in the book of Revelation 14, verse 13, where it is said, "Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor, for their deeds will follow them." This concept isn't just about waiting for what comes after life. It's about letting this hope inform and improve our current existence. It encourages us to live more fully, with compassion and kindness, knowing that our actions resonate beyond our temporal life. Moving on, let's consider living in hope. Embracing the promise of eternal rest can dramatically alter how we handle life's challenges. It can provide strength during trials, patience in adversity, and joy in everyday moments. Living in hope means recognizing that each day is a step toward a future where every tear is wiped away, where every goodbye is temporary, and where peace is everlasting. This belief can motivate us to cherish each moment, build lasting relationships, and leave a positive impact on the world. As we conclude our video, I invite you to reflect on how the promise of eternal rest might change your perspective on life's struggles and triumphs. What would you do differently if you viewed every challenge as an opportunity to prepare for a peaceful eternity? Thank you for joining me on this. I hope it has been as enriching for you as it has been for me. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below and continue the conversation in your own communities. As we draw to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the topics we've embarked upon together. From unraveling the pressures of performance to embracing the peace of eternal rest, this video has been a step towards understanding not just the importance of balance in our lives, but also the deeper connections that sustain us. Throughout our discussions, we've explored how balancing work and rest isn't just about managing our time. It's about enriching our lives. We've delved into the transformative power of gratitude, the strength found in community, and the profound peace promised by eternal rest. Each topic, while distinct, is interwoven with the common thread of seeking harmony and fulfillment in our hectic, often chaotic world. As we move forward, I encourage you to carry these lessons into your everyday life. Reflect on the boundaries you set, the gratitude you express, and the communities you nurture. Consider how these practices affect not only your own well-being, but also how they ripple out to touch the lives of those around you. And as we look ahead, the conversation doesn't end here. What comes next on our channel is designed to further this exploration. We'll dive into new topics that challenge, inspire, and grow our understanding of what it means to live a balanced, fulfilled life. Expect discussions that delve deeper into personal development, spiritual growth, and practical lifestyle adjustments. Stay tuned for more stories, more insights, and more tools to help you navigate the complexities of modern life. Whether it's tackling new challenges, exploring ways to boost your productivity, or finding peace in the midst of turmoil, our goal is to provide you with content that not only informs but also transforms. So, what do you want to see next? What challenges are you facing that you'd like us to explore? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this channel is not just about sharing ideas. It's about building a community of learners, seekers, and doers. Your input helps shape our videos, ensuring that every episode is relevant, impactful, and aligned with your needs. Thank you for joining us thus far. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming up. Here's to continuing our expedition towards a more balanced, insightful, and peaceful life together. See you in the next video.